dear sweet one. How are you doing today? Are you okay? The world is in a state of turmoil, at least it seems to me like it is. Are you in a state of turmoil? And is that because of the world? We saw Americans attack their building for the politicians, and it was because Trump said, yeah, we are cheated out of our victory of the elections and we're gonna take it by force. Mainly this is what happened, and people listened and they start doing this. And then later on everybody thought, oh, this was not such a good idea, and then they had to say stuff like, now this is not good, we're gonna have a peaceful transition, but it's anything but a peaceful transition. So you can have a look at a lot of different angles towards this phenomenon. You can say that Trump is undermining everything that we stand for, that he's making winning more important because he cannot lose, you know. Trump is the kind of guy that has learned that you always have to win, so he's not good at losing. So if he's losing, he sort of cannot get it into his head, and he has to say, no, I didn't lose, I won. And actually it's so powerful in him that he makes whole groups of people go with him in this trip. And it's only, again, it's one of the visions you can take. It's mine. But it's one of the millions visions you can take. You can also say he's not getting a fair deal, and that's true too, you know. He's getting kicked out of Twitter, while the leaders of China and Iran can say anything they like on Twitter. And this is not fair. If you're gonna kick people out, you're gonna have to make some rules that are clear and that can be followed by anybody. And if you don't follow the rules, you get kicked out of Twitter. And if you do follow the rules, you can be on there. It's their own little club. They can make their own rules, but it's not fair if you kick one out and another one you keep in, who's maybe saying even worse things. So there are so many ways you can look upon things, and with these times of Corona, it's very easy to start thinking gloomy things. People are getting scared. They are losing their jobs. They are losing their companies. They don't know how they will survive in the long run. We have built a world that everything is built on trying to make such a secure little space for us, that we want to have everything taken care of with insurance and stuff, so we are not touched, and it's not working at the moment because you can get Corona, you can die. People are trying to force you to take a vaccination. So there's all kinds of fields that come from outside of you that are trying to make you think or feel things. And it can be a scary time for some people. And it's scary because you cannot control everything that's around you, you know. You have to live in this world that's full of fears and hatefulness and shaken ground. And this is not that easy. I don't know if it's working for you. Are you? Is it? Are you okay with it? That the world is sort of in turmoil? Can you stay calm and cool in the midst of it? And if you do, how do you do it? You can share in the comments, maybe other people can learn. And one thing you can do is start examining, what do I do? Where do I put my attention? And there is this nice story, I don't know if it's true, but I heard it one day and I think it's a beautiful story, about this grandson after 9/11, when the Twin Towers, planes flew into the Twin Towers. There was this grandson that asked his Native American grandfather, I'm so angry. I feel like I want to kill everybody who has done this, and I feel like I wanted revenge, and I'm filled with anger. And on the other hand, I'm filled with sadness and warmth. I want to help people. I want to take care of the wounded. And these two sides of me are in turmoil. And he says, yes, that's right. It's like there are two wolves. And the wolves are fighting with each other. One is full of hatred and wants to kill and wants to take revenge. And the other one is loving and wants to take care and wants to make sure that the whole that everybody is taken care of, and it's a loving and friendly wolf. And these wolves are in a fight with each other. It's like a war going on. And then the grandson asks, but which wolf is going to win? And then the grandfather says, the one that I decide that I will feed. So this story is very practical. At any point in given time, you are capable of deciding which wolf you are going to feed. And so in you there might be all sorts of ideas. Maybe you're angry. Maybe you're angry at Trump or angry at Corona. Maybe you're angry at politicians. Maybe you're angry at your neighbors. I don't know. Maybe you're filled with hurt or sadness or fear. And as soon as these thoughts of fear, of hurt or pain pop up, it's very easy to go with them, to go in it, to feel it, and you start thinking about it, and this fear becomes you, this anger becomes you, this sadness becomes you. And before you know it, you are fully identified with this feeling. I am sad, I am angry, I am full of this, I'm full of that. And in a way, you are feeding this wolf. You are feeding this wolf of fear, or you're feeding this wolf of, and this wolf is going to win. It's going to take your attention, and therefore you'll be feeling angry or sad or lost. But you have a choice. If you don't follow a thought, if the thought doesn't get your attention, you're thinking thousands of things during the day, you're seeing things, you're hearing things, and all these things can just go by, and without you even flinching, the thought comes and you don't give it attention and it goes again and it's gone. And this is with everything, so it only gets life, it only gets power as soon as you give it your attention and start believing it. And when you give it your attention and your belief, you fill it with power and it becomes something. It becomes an identity for you. You are angry, you are sad. And if this is the case, then you have a choice. Then you can also say, all these ideas, all these things that come by and that I give my attention and that I put my belief in are choices. The only thing that's truth, that's always here right now, is your capacity to experience. You cannot not experience. You will always see things, hear things, things will be experienced by you. Even if you close your eyes, turn within, there is still the experience of your body breathing, the experience of thoughts passing by. So the experience you cannot turn off, and that is real. That is truth. It's there and you cannot do anything about it. But the color you give it is a choice. And you can learn to put your energy to feed the right wolf. But then you have to know which is the right wolf. You have to become clear on this. What do you want to feed? And you can have a look. What are the things that I'm really grateful for? Because gratitude, the feeling of gratitude, is a great way of having a good feeling inside your heart. If you're grateful, if you're filled with gratitude, you feel very nice feelings. You feel warmth, you feel connectedness. You feel it's a good feeling. It's a loving feeling, gratitude. So thinking about the things you are grateful for is feeding the right wolf. Is feeding the good wolf, because there's no right or wrong wolf. You can choose to be angry, but it's good to be aware that it's a choice. And you can also feed the wolf of gratitude. And you can see what are the things that I really love and appreciate in my life. What do I really think is beautiful? The beautiful nature, or maybe some sweet words of your child, or maybe you have a dog. And all these things you can put your attention towards, and they will fill you with a good feeling. So then you're feeding the positive, the good wolf, and your heart will become more loving and more open. So you can see, do I want to fill my field of energy with anger and sadness and hurt and hate? Or do I want to feed the wolf of loving kindness and sweetness? And you can make it very clear for yourself. But most people don't even see it as a choice. They think, I don't have a choice, I have to follow this because this is what's happening in my life and that's where I need to go. And then, of course, this becomes true for you. Because this is the idea that you have put your belief in. And when you put your belief in it, it becomes your truth, it becomes your identity. But it is a thought construct. And so my advice to you for this period is become very clear of this good wolf. How can you feed pleasure? How can you feed good feeling, positiveness, loving warmth? What can you do? This could be a question you can ask yourself. What can I do that's loving and kind today? Which sweet things can I do? And you go to your next door neighbor and ask, can I take some groceries for you? You're a bit older and it might be hard for you to go to the shop now in Corona times. Can I take some groceries with me for you? I'm going now anyway. Can I take some? Or you can call up your grandfather that's been sitting alone for some time in his house. Or you can say something nice to your son as soon as he pops into your field of vision. So you can, it's almost like your secret little project inside yourself, thinking of things, nice things, sweet things you can do to create positivity in yourself and around you. This is what you can do. You can make lists of the things. What do I have to? What I can be grateful for. So remind yourself and go there and see how you can feed those things. So I'm grateful for the beautiful nature. How can I feed this beautiful nature? How can I create more of it? Maybe buy some extra plants to put into your home, or buy a beautiful flower that you can look at. And the same goes for basically everything that's good or positive. You can also ask yourself, what is something that will make me feel happy in this moment? What can I do that will make me feel happy? And sometimes it's not much needed. You can think of things that make you have a happy feeling. Maybe you get quite happy if you're starting to feel what is the most nice meal that you can ever imagine you making for yourself and your loved ones. And you start thinking of what would be the entree, and you think of nice salmon, stuff like sushi, like the things that really makes your mouth water, and you're thinking about this, how am I gonna give this to these people, and this sweet thing, and what will be the main? And so you create some sort of nice space to be in. Maybe you even make it a lot bigger, and you think, I have won the jackpot of the lottery. And now I have 23 million euros. What am I going to do with it? And you think of the ideal house, and you are starting to enjoy being in this house and walking about this house. And you think, what kind of presents am I going to give to all these people? Which causes in the world that I can give some help and I'm going to support when I have this money. So see what works for you. How can you create some positive space and feeling inside you? And you know what is funny is when you start feeding the positive wolf and the feelings become more positive, this is going to radiate outward, and people will come towards you for this positivity, and they will be drawn to it, and they will also be more positive around you. If you start out a conversation with somebody you meet in the street with, everything is rotten, and this Trump and this Corona and this thing and this that, then these people will also go, yes, it's a rotten time and we are all... But if you go like, hey, you great. What have you done to yourself? Have you? I cannot go to the hairdresser in Corona time, but your hair is looking great. And if you start saying things like this, people start smiling, and it becomes positive, and you spread the positivity around. And you know how far this might go. If you are positive to somebody, this person might be positive to somebody else. If you are negative to somebody else, it might be negative to somebody else. And without you even knowing, your negativity might have created 20 negative people, and your positivity might have created 20 positive people. So you can change the world, make it a better place, to quote Michael Jackson, heal the world, make it a better place. But the main thing is, as soon as you start doing it, as soon as you start being positive inside yourself, towards yourself and towards others, then your feeling is much better. So you are enjoying your life more. You are having a more happy life. So isn't this great? It's a win-win-win situation. And maybe I heard something I said just now that I want to go into it a little bit more deeper. Start by being positive towards yourself as well. We have a tendency to that it's more easy to be positive towards other people, but also be positive and nice towards yourself. When you look at yourself, see someone who is really doing it the best he or she can. You are doing the best you can, and make sure you let yourself know. Be proud of yourself, be loving towards yourself, compliment yourself, because it's truth. You are doing the best you can, and you are doing great. And see how you can even become more positive and help yourself with it. Make sure that you are positive and sweet towards yourself, and enjoy the positive and sweetness that you give yourself. Be fun to be around yourself. Be loving to be around yourself. Create a loving and sweet environment in yourself by sharing with yourself. You can do this. I know you can. We can do this. You know, remember, enlightenment together. If we can create a bit more light inside ourselves and create a bit more light around us, we are doing it. We are enlightenment together. So, this was my message for you today. There are two wolves and they're fighting inside of you. And in this world and day and age, it's easy to feed the negative wolf, to feed the wolf of fear, to feed the wolf of anger. But you don't have to. You can feed the wolf of love and of kindness and of positivity and reap the fruits. Be happy, be gentle, be kind, be loving, and enjoy.